Cleveland, Ohio. Tonight, we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
First carry for the second-year man. It's Najee Harris.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. We should mention, to go along with a great game he had last week, he was rightfully named AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
And he shares that with his offensive line, the tight end, his fullback. He's looking for more and more of that in this game.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. The man in motion left here, Johnson. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards there and a first down. Last week, of course, the great performance, over 200 yards. He still wants to be fed.
And they should. That's exactly what you should do. I have not yet met a running back that's run for over 200 yards that says the very next week, hey, let's back things up.
Yeah, I don't need it as much.
No, they want it more and more. They're going to be ready to go because they think that's going to happen naturally now.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Pickett. It's brought in by Harris. It'll go as a gain of 4. And now it's 3rd and 3. Charles, Thursday night game. I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 42. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And early on, they're picking up right where they left off last week.
And I know a lot of coaches say each game is its own. You don't really have carryover. This feels like carryover. So much confidence from the previous game that they're using to their advantage now.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Off-play action. Pickett. Now, quick throw there, going to be batted away and incomplete.
Nice play on the football, and while it was tipped in the air, it made everyone a little bit anxious before falling to the ground. You just know defensive players are taught to knock the ball to the ground. But early in games, emotions come into play. Nerves come into play. And despite the training, the ball was tipped up. Fortunately for them, they didn't pay for that error.
In motion right is Austin. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And Incomplete here to bring up fourth down as the rookie couldn't haul it in.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early. But it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Boswell's kick is good, and the Steelers will jump out to a 3-zip lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10.
At the 31-yard line. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
This defense for the Steelers, much improved from week 1. They were terrific last week in getting their guys their first win of the season.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportune.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick.
And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. So problems with Aaron passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9, Pickett. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. In for the sack, Myles Garrett.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here, picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
He pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line.
The tackle made at the 6-yard line. A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on 3rd and goal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 15.
Pardon me, have you ever heard the story of Icarus in mythology? That's the guy who flew too close to the sun and had his wings melted. That was our guy right there. He keeps pressing it and pressing it. Finally, on that throw, he paid the price with that turnover.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. And again, it's Chubb. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Watson. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. And that's going to be a first down. Well done. They give the Chubb out of the gun. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Elijah Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Browns have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
Pickett.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows the punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
They begin this drive with Chubb. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. On second down at 4, Watson. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And he's going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. Well, if this defense can hold him to a field goal here, what a win that would be.
Not just a win on the possession, but psychologically take over the ball game. But this started with 1st and goal, so they were in 4-down territory right from the beginning. I say you finish it off and go for the touchdown.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. So Pickett is off to the sideline, and Chris Boswell is on for the Steeler field goal try. Boswell's kick is good, and they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They turn to Harris to begin the drive.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
On 2nd and 7, Pickett. Complete. It's Johnson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Well, Pickett finding Johnson there. First down, Steelers. Off the play fake, here's Pickett.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey, what do you want me to do? This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Pickett in trouble, and down he goes.
Myles Garrett bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. The Steelers send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. This is taken around the 12.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
As the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
He's going to look deep for more, and that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. To throw is Watson. He's got his receiver, Cooper. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 38-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A shotgun snap for Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so, and one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Give him a couple on the run there, and now they're in that in-between area here on 4th and goal. York able to send this one through, and that will extend their lead here to 17-6. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the complexion of this one has changed a fair amount. That last field goal made it a 2-score game, so they need to get points out of this drive relatively quickly. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run the play fake. Here's Pickett.
And he'll just get rid of it. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Back to throw, Pickett. Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Rookie to rookie on the hook up there, and it's a first down. First and 10, here's Pickett.
He finds his man, Johnson.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Open man, that's the tight end Freiermuth.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 29-yard line.
To the air on first down with Pickett. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
Again, it's Johnson.
And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Here's Pickett.
And it's caught. And in for the Steelers touchdown.
Deontay Johnson,
his first touchdown of the new season.
And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a little work to do here, but they got the much-needed conversion.
So they got that taken care of. Now you would assume onside kick in order to try and get the ball back again, in order to try and kick at least a tying field goal.
And not much on this one. Takes it from the 21. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand. That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Now Watson. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their lap. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Another running situation on the doorstep as they come up 2nd and 10. They run it again with Chubb. And he's got some space here. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns will add to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back, and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Pickett to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.